welcome to the Mental Margarita Show.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Shy the Buzzer, phenomenal artist, doing your thing, grew up in Philly, and then from Philly, you went to North Carolina,
Right.
and now you're back in Philly, or you're living now in Delaware.
No, I live now in Delaware. I've been here for the last 4 years.
Wow. So you have gone on a journey. But let's start in Philly. How was it like growing up in and I like to ask these questions all the time because everybody has their own different experience growing up. How was it like for you?
Um, well, I've had both experiences because I went to North Carolina at 15. So it in the city it's fast, you have the the bus. I never had been on a school bus before, not until I went to North Carolina. In Philly, actually, if you had the school bus, it was actually you was kind of made fun of. They'd
Right.
be like, "Oh, you was retarded because you on a cheese bus." But in North Carolina, it was different. Everybody of all ages was on the school bus. So
Right.
and
That's
that was
right.
your means of transportation. So, and you want to get on the bus there because everything was just so far apart in North Carolina versus Philly. Everything was right there. You got the Poppy store right there. It's just, you got the pool, you got the playground. It's just, everything was just, it's different.
It was different. Yeah. It's definitely a culture shock.
Mm.
Now, so in Philly, let's talk about your background, your family background. Was it a musical background? Because you started off writing poems.
Um, well, I grew up in church.
Oh,
So everyone in my family was in church, my grandma, my aunt, my mom. So I went every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I sung in the choir. I played drums, and then I played piano as I got older. And so then
okay, okay.
I always just been good with words. So in school, they used to have like competitions, essay competitions, and poems, and I would do them. So I won an essay one time called like "Mothers Against Drunk Driving." I had won like third place one time and got to be in like the float down there in North Carolina, like during the Christmas parade. I got to be on like one of the floaties and stuff. So
Hey,
so I always just been good with words, and I just always like making them rhyme and really writing down what I feel because I wasn't really like a big talker. So I used to like write journals and things and really my feelings down on paper. That's really how it came about.
wow. So it came about that way. And so you're putting these words together. Now, having a background in church, a lot of artists that have made it, they come from that kind of church background. Is that something that's still inside you today? Are you close to the church?
I don't go every Sunday or anything, but yes, I still listen to like my gospel music, Kurt Franklin, Dorinda, Clark Shields, Clark Cole,
Right.
Tamala Man. So I don't go anymore like I used to. Sometimes I used to go, but I haven't been lately due to work purposes. I work 6 days a week, so I drive trucks, so there don't really be no time to do much.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So as you're growing up in Philly and you're in North Carolina, and now what is making you start to say to yourself, hey, you know what? I really think of taking this to another level.
Well, when I was about like 27, which was 8 years ago, I had a friend who basically had like a music group going uptown in Philly, and he was like, And I had made a little wrap up. I actually had went out one night to like a strip club, and then I came back to work because I took like two coworkers with me, and then I came back to work and was like, "Listen, y'all, I put this rap together for him." And so he heard it, and then he asked me. He was like, "Have you ever thought about taking it serious?" And I was like, "No, not really. You know, I just like to have fun with words." And he was like, "No, you should take it serious." And
Wow.
so he was like, "I have a group. Once you come check us out." And so I was like, "All right." So I did, and then I wound up joining them. They was called the Buzzer Team. They was from Uptown Philly. I was with them for like a year, and then after that, I got met some more people, and this other person had a group, and I was with him for 2 years. But then they decided to like they started making families, and they really didn't keep up with making music like that. But for me, I did. So no matter what was going on with me, I still made music. So I decided to just be solo. So now I'm on my own solo journey for like the last 4 years.
Wow. So you caught the bug to the extreme, and now you're doing your thing. You're making things happen. Tell me a little bit about Spark Up Music.
They were a group based out of South Philadelphia. It had my friend Shawnee Heggs in there, Poor Little Rich, Young Proper. They were all guys pretty much. I was the only female. And it was a great team. It was a great experience to be a part of. Like with them, it was different because with them, they actually got my music to start streaming. Before
Uh,
them, I wasn't really on any like streaming platforms, didn't really know how to even go about it, but they did. So when I got with them, that was one of the first things they did for me. They told me to get with a distributor like TuneCore or DistroKid. So I picked
right,
Distro, and then I started making my music, and then one of my friends, Poor Little Rich, like started making covers and things for me, and started loading my music up there, and that's how I started streaming because of them. So that was like the start of, I would say, a more professional, a more professional way of doing business, more business with
right.
them.
More business oriented then.
Yeah.
And and let's talk about the emotional side for a minute, because for the audience that doesn't know, and there's I'm sure there's fans that are going to watch that know, you suffered two major losses in your life. Do you want to talk about that momentarily?
Yeah. I'm at 29. I lost my mom, which was 6 years ago. And then a year ago, I lost my dad, and they were both around like with my mom. Um, I lost her like May 10th, but like Mother's Day was that next Sunday. So I had lost her like a week before Mother's Day. And then with my father, he was buried like the weekend of Father's Day in 22. So
Mm,
it was around those days of the year that's for your parents. I lost mine, and it was a tremendous loss. I grieve a lot, and I still grieve often.
I can.
Um, so I had wrote a song called Bad Deal, and that's how that song came about because I just needed some way to express myself and get it out. Because even though you could talk to people, it's kind of it's kind of different. They don't really understand if they haven't lost their. Even though if they tell you they do, they don't really know how it feels. Like
Right,
it's
right.
not a feeling that anybody would want to feel. So yeah,
You can't put a finger on it.
yeah, no.
And so this song "Bad Deal" is the song that we're going to be playing as well. So people will get a chance to listen to that. And so writing has been a way for you to cope.
Yes,
And
yes,
when you think about the process of how you started in the church, you playing instruments, you writing poetry, you meeting some people that are are influencing you in a way of saying, hey, you can take this professionally, and you suffer such major losses, and I send my condolences to you for that.
Thank you.
On behalf of me and the show and everybody. And I can only imagine how tough that is still.
Yeah.
And now you're in a position where you're able to use this music to not only cope, it's therapy for you, but also to create opportunities. Let's talk about your vision, opportunity wise, where you want to be in the next couple of years from now.
I just really would like to increase my fan base and get true fans that, really want to engage with my music. So I just really would like a bigger following and hopefully some money will come along with it as well. I would like to actually like do this for a living. That's where I would want to be in the next 5 years. I would want to be writing songs all the time for a living and being able to, make a living, an income off of them, and just do what I love. So
And I can tell that you love it
yeah,
because you got me smiling right now. I'm like, you know what? She really loves this.
yeah, I do, I do. It's and music is therapy. It's not just like, oh, I want to be famous. Like, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm not interested in being famous. It's really therapy. It's really a way to express myself and get things that I'm feeling out.
That's
And
something else.
everyone needs to get things out of them because all that stuff, if you don't get it out, it could ball up in you and you explode. So, I don't need to be exploding.
Right. You got to be releasing. And now let's talk about releases. Are you planning on working on an album or EP?
Yes, I'm actually working on an EP called Let's Buzz. That's what the title's going to be called. Um, so I have a song right now called Prophecy that's going to be recorded. And I have another song with the artist that I plan on doing. It's called Win. So yes, I have some things in the making. So yes.
All right. She's got some things in the making. How did you get this great name?
Well, everyone calls me Shy, and that's because I can be shy at first until like I open up to people. You have to open me up and then I won't be shy. But the buzzer came about because when I first started rapping, I told you I was with the buzzer team, and that's the name I got from them, like Shy the Buzzer. But then I switched it and because their spelling was like Buzzer, like a buzzer beater.
Right.
But then I was
Oh,
like,
buzzer beater.
no, I don't like that. I was like, so after I wasn't with them anymore, I changed the lettering, like, and so now it's Buzzard, like the bird, because I'm like I'm nasty on the mic like the bird because that's a nasty bird stuff.
It is. Yeah, that's a nasty one.
Yeah, so it's like I'm a vulture. I'll eat you up with the bars, like
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, you going hard, huh?
Yeah, so that's how I got that name. So um everyone calls me Shy or the Buzzer.
All right. So I mean, Shy the buzzer. I love that. I love that. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What is your mental margarita besides music? What do you do to escape? If there's anything else that Shy the buzzer does that's like therapy for you besides music, or is music just your world?
Well, I work all the time, pretty much 6 days a week. I'm a delivery truck driver. Um, and when I am free, I do either music, I'm either listening to beats or I'm playing my PS4. I'm a gamer. So
Shy the gamer.
yeah. And I
Okay.
smoke my bud, of course, but that's about
Hey,
it.
nothing wrong with that, Shy.
Yeah. So
Ain't nothing
but
wrong with that. And
But I'm
thanks for
mostly always doing music. That's mostly what I try every chance I get. I try to be doing something. Like I just did a freestyle called Angry Freestyle. That's my latest one. It's probably been out like a month. It's on YouTube right now. So I'm
Cool.
always trying to drop something to stay relevant, and you don't want to be too you don't want to be like too long between the releases because you don't want people to forget about you.
Yeah. You want to definitely stay relevant.
Yeah.
Now, now from an independent standpoint, I mean, is that something that you want to keep doing, or are you looking for someone to partner up with, or someone to give you a record deal?
Well, being as though I have been in groups, I really like being independent because I can do my own thing,
Right,
my own way. I don't like being told what to talk about and things like that. And like those were things that I did go through with my first group. You know, they like, no, don't say that, say this. And for me, I really, I wouldn't mind being signed to somebody, but like they would have to understand, like, I'm going to talk about things that I'm
right,
actually doing,
right,
and that's meaningful. Like I'm not gonna be talking about, I sell pounds of this and that, and then I don't do that. I
right,
try to be realistic as possible. I don't really like to do the fraudulent talk or the fake it till you make it type talk. That's just not me. So
right.
if it was a label that could understand that, I'm gonna do me and be myself, then yes, I wouldn't mind. But other than that, I'm okay with being independent.
And you know what? You're independent in a lot of ways that a lot of people can relate to. I love the fact that you're able to say, "Hey, yeah, I got a job. This is what I do." We got to start putting that message out there that it's cool to have a job. Okay,
Oh yeah, definitely.
cool to be a human being. You
Right.
know, we don't have to be faking it like you said.
Yeah.
And I think that is so good that you're like that.
Thank you.
It's very refreshing. Now, when you look at females and you look at hip hop and you look at the landscape that's going on, she had to adjust the camera for this one. How do you feel about it? Because I mean, a lot of the female hip hop artists, I mean, their game. You know how they're marketing themselves. I mean,
Well,
feel about that? You think that that's something that's beneficial to the culture, or are you tired of it?
I am tired of it. I don't think the way they, be exposing themselves, I don't feel like they have to do all of that. But the following that comes with it, maybe, sometimes I tell myself because I am independent, I'm like, well, maybe that's why I'm not, further along because maybe I'm not showing skin and all of that. But, I don't think that you have to go about it the way they're going about it because even the things that they're talking about, it's more of exploiting themselves. They're not
Right.
talking about anything that can help the young ladies grow up and be, productive females out there.
Yeah.
It's, you have Cardi B who's talking about her WAP and, how she got the ring and ain't from cooking and all of that. But she's talking about momentarily things that do wither away and does get old and don't remain the same.
Right. Well,
So that's not, teaching them foundation. That's just not. So I don't like it, but that's what society likes. So
wow. You know what? That was deep. That was really deep. And maybe I don't know, wither away. Maybe that's a song title for you. And look, I hate to wither away right now. How do they reach you, Shy?
well, I have an Instagram, the Buzzard, DA_BUZZARD. I also have a Facebook, Shy McBride, and I'm also on YouTube. You could just type in Shy the Buzzard. I'll pop up. I'm on all platforms, so I'm real easy to find. Not hard at all.
She's real easy to find. And let me tell you something. You know why? Because she's going to shine. I thank you so much for being on the show, Shy.
I really appreciate the opportunity.
We got to collaborate. We got to bring you out of Vegas soon.
Oh wow, that'll be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be nice. All
Yeah,
right, let's shake the world, and you keep doing your thing. Keep doing your
thank you.
thing. Keep writing your pain. Keep writing. Keep releasing.
Right.
You're really onto something, and I really appreciate everything that you've been putting out. It's good.
Thank
It's
you.
really good, and the audience is going to get a chance to check it out.
Oh wow, I hope they love it. I hope they love it.
All right, take care.
All right, take care, sir. Thank you.
The Hitmakers. Been dealt bad deal. Y'all don't know how I feel. I be going through so much. Can I just keep it real? Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. I was dealt bad deal. Been dealt with bad deal. Y'all don't know how I feel. I be going through so much. Can I just keep it real? Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. I was dealt a bad deal. Lost my mom at 29, lost my dad at 34. I can't take no more, Lord. I can't take no more. My heart hurts so bad, that's why I look so sad. A lot of times I'm depressed, that's why I be so mad. I be asking questions like, what you do that for? Why you take my core, Lord? Why you take my core? Bishop K be looking out, that's what family all about. They don't never help me, but that's another story. Been dealt bad deal, y'all know how I feel. I be going through so much, can I just keep it real? Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. I was dealt bad deal. Been dealt with bad deal. Y'all know how I feel. I be going through so much, can I just keep it real? Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. I was dealt a bad deal. Just treat me like an outcast, stay judged off of my past. Parents gone, had to grow up fast, had to stand on my own too. Had to do what I had to do, I couldn't fall by the wayside. I told myself, you gon' rise. The rumors, forget the lies, my blessings rain down from the sky. I give thanks to the most high, I be smelling good, looking fly. I be hurting on the inside, sometimes I feel like I wanna die. I break down, all I do is cry. I be asking God why. Why? Been dealt bad deal, y'all know how I feel. I be going through so much, can I just keep it real? Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. I was dealt bad deal, been dealt with bad deal. Y'all know how I feel. I be going through so much, can I just keep it real? Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. Bad deal, bad deal. I was dealt a bad deal. The buzzer like the bird, not the bird, not the beater. Shy.
Thank you. I'm feeling great too. Good to
Man,
hear.
what are you going to an award show tonight? What's happening?
Nah, I put myself together all the time.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. So I'm saying it right? Jerk Taker,
Yes,
right?
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Very, very unique name, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's trademarked and everything.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. I got Jerk
Yeah.
Taker in the house. We're talking about an international musician, content creator, international business owner, even a wrestler.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
This guy does it all. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling amazing. How about you?
I'm feeling amazing, man.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm feeling amazing. You know what? We need to feel amazing
Oh yeah.
because you know there's so much going on in the world right now. And just by us being alive and feeling good and doing music and being able to talk about it, I mean, how can you not feel good about that?
Exactly. Exactly.
And it started out in Buffalo for you. How
Yeah.
was Buffalo like growing up?
Honestly, it's all I know. So I mean, I can't speak too much on, outside of Buffalo. I mean, I've traveled a lot, but never lived anywhere else. So I can't say too much about like living anywhere else. But I know Buffalo's, it's got its pros and cons and whatnot, especially for a while. Not until recent years has it actually been like, building up with entertainment wise, but I kind of feel like I have a little part in that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, especially with the growth of like Griselda and BSF and all that stuff, Buffalo's starting to pop, a little bit more. We got people such as like the Goo Goo Dolls and um, Rick James and things like that. So that's all nice and everything like that. But for a while, I was when I first started with music and whatnot, a lot of Buffalo wasn't really popping with music. There wasn't many studios, there wasn't much of anything. There wasn't a lot of events.
Right.
But as I pursued music and stuff like that, things slowly started increase. So that's been great. I started music in December 2015, so it's about to be 8 years this Friday. So that's really cool.
8 years this Friday, huh?
Yep, indeed.
Wow, 8 year anniversary.
Yes, indeed.
And so you started off. Now, first, let's slow down a little bit. When did you have this musical itch? Was this something that you were born with, or what?
No, no. I actually started really late to music. So, I wasn't even a big music fan. I didn't know nothing about music. I didn't have
Oh,
people gearing me towards music. I didn't really even have anybody to talk to about music. I kind of went down my own path at the age of 13 and just was just like, there was a few different reasons, but one inspiration that I had was the kind of like a start of like the trap era when it was like Fetty Wap and stuff like that. And then, that kind of got me a little bit curious on things and stuff like that. And I heard something different than I'm used to. And I was, kind of got me, got my creative juice flowing and whatnot. And then also the platform musically that turned into TikTok. Not as fond of TikTok as I was musically, because musically you had to actually have quite a bit of talent to
right.
content. You were either dancing, lip syncing, or skits and stuff like that. Like, now you press a button and you got all these effects and everything like that. It's a little bit different. But musically, I kind of, when people were lip syncing people's songs and stuff like that, I was like thinking, I was like, imagine if one day I made a song. People are like all around the world lip syncing and dancing to my songs and stuff like that. That'd be so sick. And then I just threw some stuff together and I tried giving it out. Didn't even think about it as like I would pursue it and anywhere. Like I just thought it was just gonna be like, oh, let me try this project real quick, do this out, and see if I could do it. And then next thing you know, I'm an international musician a few years later. Yeah.
No, this guy's taking off. And so
Yep.
you started out with Boxer Jerk Taker Production.
Yep.
And then you said that you learned, you learned some of the ropes of the industry. What were some of the things that you learned when you started that company?
Yeah, so pretty much with Boxer Joe Ticker Productions, I felt I was kind of being honestly, I was just throwing a name on something. Like I literally was just throwing a name on something, and pretty much what I did was I kind of was being a little bit selfish, especially because I was bringing people with me, but yet I'm using a name that's kind of just based on me and stuff like that. And on top of that too, I would stay in the center of the spotlight, but I wouldn't spotlight anybody else. So I kind of realized if I'm gonna make it anywhere, I kind of gotta collaborate with people. I kind of gotta, try to, in my opinion, the best group is one where you don't know the leader. Because realistically, if everybody's in a great spot, everybody's winning, everybody looks like they're the big dog, then that's winning. That's actually winning. So I kind of messed up in a lot of ways. Professionalism. I had no musical ear getting into music. None at all. I couldn't carry a
I
beat.
love this honesty. I love it.
I couldn't carry a beat. No joke. Like it was crazy. Like everybody's like, how do you not know how to carry a beat? What? And so like, no, I just never really listened to music that much until I started making it. I didn't really study music until I started making it. I didn't even try anything. I knew nothing about it. Nothing. But the crazy part is over time, I've through trial and error, thousands of dollars, countless hours, practice, studying, just trying different things, networking, talking to people, things like that, paying attention. I happen to be able to learn how to rap. I happen to be able to learn how to speed rap. I happen to be able to learn how to sing. I happen to learn how to be able to, literally market myself, learn how to do, basically everything, a successful musician needs to kind of know how to do. And on top of that too, just recently, I even just happened to stumble upon my ability to freestyle, which I that's huge. It's huge. Yeah, because I was just over the last like even few weeks, I've just been like, where the heck did this come from? But I put in the work. So I can't say I don't deserve it.
You know what? This is magical. Sometimes it comes from just divine intervention.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and this is obviously your calling, because from that company and from learning your mistakes, you then went to EC City Productions.
Yes.
Which now you got a grip on things. How
Yes.
is it like now having a grip on things and saying, okay, here's a clear, concise
Yep.
path I want to go?
Yep. So I had to start over many times, to be honest. So what happened was, because I started young. I started, not knowing what I was doing. Um, Even the public eye did get to me at some points and stuff like that, where I didn't know how to handle it. I couldn't understand, how to do things, how to carry myself on a regular basis, how to treat fans, how to treat, business partners, how to treat collaborations. I just didn't know how to exactly do all that. So it was kind of like, and I didn't have anybody really teaching me it. I just kind of had to experience it for myself. And so, at some point, once I started learning that I needed mentors and whatnot, I started obtaining mentors. But it was really me for a long time trying to figure everything out. And I kind of, once it clicked with me that I need to have a certain mindset in what I'm doing. I need to be careful what I'm putting out as well, only because I am an influencer. So like being an influencer, anything I say or do will affect masses of people. So like I do have to be a little bit careful, which I wasn't when I first was getting started and stuff like that. I just did what I did and didn't really care. So like the thing
Right,
is,
right,
I was very hated getting started. Like I was very hated. I transitioned over time that hate to being very liked. I very rarely ever get hate now. Most people, they see how genuine I am. They've seen how much I progressed. They've seen how I was able to accomplish so many different things and how I'm willing to teach others to do the same thing. So with that being said, what's there to hate? I mean, at the time I was ignorant. At the time I was, selfish. At the time I was, I would say, incompetent. But I've switched a lot of the things that you could hate on me to something, that's harder to hate on, and something that, it's a lot of people just respect the grind and the hustle now. So it's like, I'm very humble about all that. It's very crazy to even look back on, just like, especially when I've had songs that would drop and I would have like immediately tons of hate comments, immediately people sharing just to basically troll and this and that and stuff like that, and clown it and stuff. So I had that for a long time, but I pushed through. Didn't really care at the time either. I was honestly quite full of myself at the time, so I humbled myself quite a bit over time. But the crazy part was I was cocky over stuff that wasn't to be cocky over, but
right.
now I'm humble over stuff that could be, something to be cocky over. So,
Well, you know what? You flip the coin there.
yep,
And guess what? There's a lot of people that hate or that judge, and they can't flip their own coin.
yeah,
So, you've actually accomplished something there. And I always tell people that, it's okay to have an opinion about something. But you have to understand that people evolve,
yep,
people grow, and you can't be judgmental about it.
true,
No, people are. And
yep,
it's good that you were able to turn it around to prove people wrong that were. And you know what? It's really not about people. It's
yeah.
about Taker.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, and
You,
honestly,
you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure. And honestly, the crazy part is like I didn't really think about it like I want to transition it to people liking me. I just kind of it just kind of came naturally to me that I had to move a certain way. I had to, especially if I'm going to be achieving at a high level, I need to have a specific type of standards. So like
Right,
that just kind of started to come to me a little bit more over time, especially with, when you're in music and when you're in content, when you're in business, all those different things, they open a lot of different doors, especially the network and the marketing part. They open a lot of different doors. So you start to get, you get a little bit of power, you get a little bit of influence, you get a little bit of, perks with things and stuff like
all right,
that. I mean, obviously it took a lot to get them, but you get some of those things, and those things, open up your mind to a different perspective, and
right,
you kind of just see, well, if I'm gifted with all these opportunities, gifted with all these different things and successes and, all this stuff, I kind of got to move a certain type of way. Like I can't take what I've got for granted. I can't take my time for granted. I can't take the people who've helped me get to the point I'm at for granted. And I just kind of have to move a certain way. That's just, so, I know I gotta move at a high standard now. So I've learned to do that, similar to why I'm going to dress nice on something like this, just because like simple as that, it's, first impressions even, you have to, if you want to be successful in anything, majority of things involve people and making good impressions, obviously being
All those
professional,
do matter.
having high standards, that goes
Yeah,
a long way.
it does. It goes a long way, and never lose yourself throughout the process.
Yep.
Now, when you joined the group House of Trouble, was that during the Boxer Jerk Taker production thing?
No, after. So pretty much,
After.
Boxer Jair Ticker Productions transitioned to EC City Productions in 2018. And so roughly around 2019 was when the HOT, the Hot, or the House of Trouble was formed. Now that actually occurred from me creating these vlogs that were more extreme type of content, videos and stuff like that. So I mean, I do a little bit of every content when it comes to reviews, when it comes to, literally like haunted videos, hot challenges, extreme challenges, to, just adventure videos, to travel videos, to, whatever the case may be, comedy skits, yeah, literally everything. So, yeah. So with that being said, I ended up, me being somebody who likes adventure, me being somebody who's a thrill seeker, me being somebody who doesn't like to miss out. I get FOMO, fear of missing out. On top of that too, I also, I would like to learn and experience as much as possible on a regular basis. I educate myself daily. On top of that too, I try to try new things every single day if I can, multiple things new every single day. I majorly would consider myself a type of person who is like, I am not going to give up until I feel like I've tried as much stuff as possible, which is a never ending task because I'm not going to live long enough to do that. So instead of that's going to be my whole life, I'm going to be pretty much just trying stuff, educating myself on tons of different things and matters and stuff like that. But so what ended up occurring was with my vlogs, I started making vlogs because I did content for years. I did content actually first before anything. That was like 13, 14, 15. I don't even remember. I lost track of time, but too many years. But what happened? I was doing it back on an old iPod Touch or whatever thing like that. No softwares, this and that, just kind of whipping things together. But I've obviously progressed quite a bit now and stuff like that to where I'm using cameras and proper softwares and all that stuff and ring lights. But yeah. So the thing is, I actually started creating vlogs back in like 2018, 19 ish. Yeah, 2018-ish, I believe, just because I like the vlog format because it's real. On top of it being real, it captures the experiences. It shows what I'm going through on a regular basis. It shows, the extreme lifestyle I live, because I do live quite a bit of an extreme lifestyle. So that's what gets people wanting to tune in. And I also get to look back at experiences that I have and forever remember them. So it's really cool. But I'm also, like I said, an extremist. I like to adventure. I like to try new things. And I happen to start going down a route of doing even bigger, better, extreme things and stuff like that. Being like, I've got pepper sprayed, I've got tased, I got stung by a scorpion, I've done the toe of Satan, I've done the Pocket Chip Challenge, I've done 2 of the Pocket Chip Challenge. I'm about to be skydiving soon. I'm about to get shot with a bulletproof vest. There's tons of different things. Like it goes on and on and on. But that's kind of where the HOT came in, because I had a few people, one of my right hand man, I call him, he actually came up with the HOT of the hot. He had it before me. Now what happened was we kind of shared it once we became, like close with each other and whatnot, and became like, we worked together. We were in a lot of content together and whatnot. And then, he would always be like, yeah, we the HOT, we the hot. And I would always ask him, I'll be like, what you mean by we the HOT? I love this. I love it. Sounds amazing. And I'm like, and so he's like, you just do the craziest, most extreme stuff, and we live how we want on a daily basis. And he's like, I'm just like, I was like, well, yeah, we do. And so, I stuck with that. And then, I helped build the name as well. And then eventually, he said, I own it just as much as he owns it. So it's like, we brought ourselves, 2 major things together, and it's pretty cool. But yeah,
I love it. You build the House of Trouble.
Yep, the group of extremists.
You got endeavors that are that you're working with now, with companies and brands, and you're tell me about this expanding to what, Canada?
Yep, I've actually expanded to, yeah, a few different states, and then also Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, which is pretty cool. So yeah,
That
honestly, it's not something I expected at all. Like this was actually in the past year, all this has occurred. I became in business for myself. I've been working really hard with a lot of major corporations and mentors and teams and stuff like that. I've built my own business team, and I've expanded quite a bit. Went internationally. Like it's been a never ending cycle, a snowball effect. But it's been quite a road and quite a journey, and it's been awesome.
you know what? You sound awesome. Now, any projects, musical projects that are coming out soon?
Yeah, I mean, soon. This is the only thing that I'm not exactly too sure with as of right now. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I've been doing a lot of back end work. A lot of the paperworks and the business aspects of things and the logistics of stuff and all that stuff. So as of right now, I do have many, many, many projects that I'm working on. Like I think there's over 120 songs that I'm working on roughly. So between albums, EPs, singles, solos, collaborations, etc. But featured songs, even various artist albums, stuff like that. But there is a few of them that I'm actually trying to focus on a little more. I do have a few big features coming. I do have a major cipher coming. And yeah, so the thing is, as of right now, I've put music almost on the back burner. Now that sounds pretty bad, but it's not what people think. Now,
Come
if
on,
you
bro.
think about it as a stove, if you think, well, let me one second. So if you think about it as a stove, right? There's multiple burners. They all keep things warm and running and continuously staying hot, right? The front one you're probably is doing the most with. The back ones you're pretty much you're keeping them where they're at or slightly increasing them. But at the same time too, you're just focusing on one thing, pretty much in order to have whatever you want, done at that moment. And so pretty much what I'm doing is I'm utilizing my business to, obtain financial freedom and to build up wealth so that once I can get to a certain point where I can walk away from like full-time jobs and stuff like that, I could basically utilize the income and the freedom and the time that I have to invest majorly in my music. That don't mean I'm not marketing my music. That don't
Right,
mean I'm not networking. That's on the back burner still, but I'm
right.
still doing it.
Hey, you got a plan?
So I'm maintaining.
Yes, that sounds like a full course meal right there.
Oh yeah.
So, let me ask you this question: what advice would you give to young aspiring people trying to do what you do, whether it's content creating, just being entrepreneurs? What is the one piece of advice that you would give?
I would definitely give because a lot of people see that I'm doing a lot, and I understand that a lot of people want to do a lot. A lot of people are very ambitious and have a lot of goals and dreams and aspirations. But the problem is this: if you have too many dreams, that's great. You could potentially reach all those. Focus on one first. The reason why I'm going to say focus on one first is only because I made that mistake of delaying success because I was not willing to, temporarily let go of certain things until I succeed in one thing. I've been trying for years to accomplish all that I'm trying to accomplish in all the different fields that I'm trying to accomplish in things in and succeed at a high level. And there's been people in 1 year, 2 years that bypassed my 8 years or my 6 years or my 15 years.
Right.
And that's because I can't give my 100% attention to any of the things that I'm doing because I'm juggling too many things. So, what I always recommend people to do is succeed at a high level in one thing, the thing that has the most potential, the best vehicle to use to whether create money, time, or freedom, utilize that first. Once you have done that, you're literally your options are open and the potential is endless because at that point if you have time, freedom, and money, what's stopping you from achieving all of your dreams and goals?
That's right. That's right. You know what? I got to take notes on that myself. And you know what? We all do. And that's the thing. And also in business, it's okay to refreshen yourself
Yep.
and to hit those things and to go back and make a self-assessment
Yep.
of what you got going on
Yep.
continuously on a daily basis.
Oh yes,
So
definitely.
that's really great advice.
For sure,
And
for sure. And get
but
one more thing I'm gonna add to that real
please,
quick.
please tell.
Yeah, so pretty much the last thing I want to add to that part is this. So pretty much when it comes to, you know, a lot of, you know, people wanting to succeed at a high level and whatnot, you know, obviously, you know, everybody's a brand. Everybody's a brand. I don't want to hear if you tell me you're not a brand. You are a brand. You're even if you are working a 9 to 5 job and that's it, you still are a brand. The reason why is because you on a daily basis are trying to brand yourself out as the professional. You are always trying to brand yourself out as the person that should get the raise, the person who should get the, you know, say you're looking for a significant other. You're trying to brand yourself to be the one. You know, on a regular basis, you're branding yourself. You're a brand. No matter what you think, whether you have a name to it, whether you have a business, whether you're, you know, whatever the case, you are a brand. So with you being a brand, the only way, the absolute only way to have long-term success in anything, if you are a brand, is to market and network. And people all over the place for many years will continue to pursue something. And I love to see they're ambitious. I love to see they're hardworking. But do you really want to sit there for a long period of time and not have any results? The only way to get results is marketing and networking because you are a brand and you need to. Simple as that.
Right about that. You are right about that. And thank you for adding value to my brand. And I hope that I added to yours.
Of course, of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jerk Taker in the building on the Mental Margarita Show. It's an absolute pleasure. But how do they get in contact with you if they want to follow you?
Honestly, I'm super easy to find. Look up Jerk Taker, JERTAKER on any platform pretty much. If I'm not on there right now, I'll probably be on there at some point. If I'm not on there, there's probably a reason behind it. Maybe they're not paying me enough, or maybe, you know, I found a third party that will pay me just, you know, a little bit better or whatever the case may be. But I'm easy to find. I'm on all the major platforms, you know, so just look up Jerk Taker, you know. Honestly, if you're struggling to find me, you know, I think you just don't know how to type, but you know, but yeah, Jerk Taker, JERTAKER. I'm on all platforms, so you know, I'm the first that comes up on everything. You know, I'm technically the first Jerk Taker and the one and only. The people after me, their accounts are very, very small and are at the point where they're about to have legal action taken on them because my name is trademarked. So, yep.
Fantastic. I don't think anybody's going to forget that name. Hey, listen, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on, my brother.
Pleasure. I appreciate you.
We got to collaborate soon in the future. Bring you out to Vegas, man. You have a good one.
You as well. Have a great night.
Let's shake the world.
For sure.
EC City Productions.
All the jealousy, don't let it surround me. Yeah. Lie, saying you wish me well. I can tell you full of envy when you roll your eyes. Know you hate it when I take a win. You rather see me taking L's, walking bare feet on broken shells, probably wishing that I burn in hell. But you lie, saying you wish me well. Yeah, been down for a minute, don't want no more distance. Living love for the moment, even love in the lowest. But you hate that I do it. You got good at fake emotion, dosing more just to numb it. I've been there, I've done it, but I cannot change the way you feel. But I hope that you do.
She getting jealous, she can't get me off her mind. Yeah, she a menace though, she gon' argue all the time. Oh hey, how you doing? Get lost, you can see my movement. Oy vey, I'm moving, my heart don't mind me losing. Oh, 2020 vision, I'm the goal. Mr. Hennessy, I gotta go. Yeah, I love my life, you can love on me. Missing the blue, got a brand new dream. She ain't get through to my heart, I don't think. I'll never roll with the fiends, I'll never know what you mean. You indecisive, always relying on me. I'm just one night.
All the jealousy, don't let it surround
rather see me taking L's, walking bare feet on broken shells. Probably wishing that I burn in hell, but you lie, saying you wish me well, yeah. You lie, saying you wish me well, yeah.
Welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. We had to go over some hurdles and some obstacles, but we made this possible.
Yeah, we made it possible, man. That's crazy. But I'm here though, bringing
How
the
you
love on
feeling?
you. I'm good. I'm good money, man, another day. So, I can't complain. How about you, my brother?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I had a wonderful time with some family, celebrating life.
That's right. More blessings too, man.
More and more blessings coming our way.
Right.
So, when I think of you, it's funny because I get a lot of artists that come on the show, and some artists are based on style and the beats kind of
Mhm.
make complement the artist.
Right.
Uh, you know, then you have artists they're into the gangster stuff, and we got to mouth that down on because this is a television show that we have. But when I listen to your music, your music is very lyrical. It's really up my alley because I grew up on Rakim and KRS One, Cool G
Right.
Rap, and Nas, and all that.
Right.
And I'm telling you, it's been a very long time since I've listened to an artist that I'm like, yeah, this flow is right.
Appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that, man. Right now, like it seems like in this era, man, it's kind of hard to get appreciated for the lyricism. You feel me? Like you said, it's easy for people to get on beats and then the beat carry them. So they
Right,
don't have to put too much time or creativity into what they're doing.
right.
So um, I'm from New York. I'm from Queens, New York, Corona, Queens. I mean, and we got a real musical background people don't know about. A lot of artists, a lot of not even I can't even say artists, but a lot of how could you say artists that actually paved the way came from. You feel me? We
Right.
got G, we got Polo, we got Link Q, Isis, we got Kid and Play, uh, Eric B. I could go on, Pepper. Know what I mean? So lyrically, you know, to stand out, you gotta be real creative and be real inventive with words. And
Right.
coming from New York, you gotta be good. You gotta be nice because in New York, that's our thing, lyricism. You feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
in order to stand out, you gotta be able to deliver and be a little different, with wordplay. So I'm real big on that too, man.
Yeah, and so I want to ask you now, being from Corona, Queens,
Right.
how was that like as you got into the music game, or was music something that was always a part of you? Was it in your family type of thing?
Yeah. I came up under a lot of like artists at the time, so that was pretty much my outlet, watching them do their thing. And then as I got older, I said, you know what, I think I could do this. This is something I could do. And just watching them and getting the reactions they got and the praises they got, I was just like, yeah, maybe I should move from this area and do that. And I just as time went on, I just sharpened my skills, man, and I'm here now,
That's
I'm here
crazy.
now.
That's crazy. Now, were you in the battle rap scene, or were you more of a guy that went back and got the pen and pad and just really articulate your thoughts that way?
I've always been big on articulating my thoughts because growing up, I come from like a real harsh background. So music was always an outlet for me. But I did the battle rap thing too. Like I'm not scared to get in there and go. I could go bar for bar with a lot of dudes.
Hey,
I ain't got no problem with doing that. And I came up in the era in the '90s where people was having ciphers on the corner and all the time. So you had to prove you was nice before anybody even let you in the studio. You feel me?
right.
So
That's right.
so yeah, yeah, man, pretty much. That's what it is, man. I like to I'm more of a writer. I'm more of a writer than a freestyler. But yeah, I could do either or, man. I'm real versatile with what I do. So, you know, it is
And
what it
that's
is.
important. I mean,
Yeah.
that's very important. The culture. We talk about the culture. When you look at the landscape of music, when we're talking about this hip hop thing,
Mhm.
how do you feel? How do you feel? Where do you feel it's going? How do you feel where it's at? Do you feel like lyricists are on the rise? You know, how do you look at it?
Right now, um, let me see how can I word this right. I think right now, as far as the independent scene, is healthy. As far as like the mainstream artists, I don't think the labels are putting much into their artists anymore like they used to. They're not grooming them and giving them artist development. So the quality of music is not the same. You feel me?
Yeah,
I think if they went back to actual talent, and that's no pun to any artists,
right.
the sound would be different and we would have more variety of artists. Like right now we have like the same sound. If you turn on the radio, you can't tell when the song stops or where it starts because it sounds like one big song playing throughout the
It
whole day.
does.
Feel me?
Yeah,
So I think if they took time for the artists in development, we would have different artists in the forefront like we used to. Before it was
yeah,
big like in the '90s it was big on you to have your own identity and own sound. Right now it's like a trend for you to just have that one sound. And I think that's something that, needs to change, It's changing slowly, but not in the mainstream area, more the independent artists.
right, right. And now being an independent artist, like yourself, do you have any ambition as far as pursuing a major label situation, or do you feel comfortable just being independent?
Um, I'm comfortable with being independent. I like to have the create more of the creativity to journey out and do other things. I don't like put myself in one little bracket. You feel me? Like
Right, right.
but I would be open to signing if it was the right deal. If it was the right deal, I would sign. But it has to be some stipulations. As long as I'm
Right.
able to have a lot of creativity with my projects, I could probably work around that. You know, but I like being independent because it gives me the freedom to work with who I want to work with and try different avenues. So I like that.
Yeah. Now, speaking of those avenues can lead to many different things.
Right,
Uh, it can lead to a successful outcome. It can lead to years of frustration.
right.
Have there been any frustrating times that made you want to put down the pen?
Um, Honestly, yeah. There's been times where I came across a few A&Rs and I was offered a few situations, but those situations came with stipulations that I couldn't agree with. I mean, they wanted me to lie about a few things and change a few things. Even,
Oh my God.
I'm trying to be careful how I word some things, but those are things that I wasn't willing to sacrifice. So I like being independent. I like different things, man. Like music is about forms of expression, man. And I think that you should be able to express those things, how you feel, when you feel. You shouldn't be put in just one bracket and being stuck in there because it's financially beneficial. You feel me? So
Right. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. And I think that by you having that integrity, because that's a word that is hard to come by sometimes,
tell me about
especially
it.
in this generation.
Mm-hmm.
Integrity. Now, speaking of integrity, when I listen to your lyrics, there's a lot of realism that's involved. What are some of the things that you like to write about? And I want you to be a little more specific than just life itself.
Um, actually, when it comes to my creativity with my music, it's more like a journal to me. You feel me? So I might wake up in the morning and me and my girl might be going through it. That
Right,
might be my topic for the day, you know. Um, I might be hanging out with the homies. I might be going through something with the homies. I might want to express something about that. I might be with my
right,
kids.
right,
I might be having a good time with my kids. I might want to pin about that. So when I write, it's just not from a gangster point of view or political point of view. It might just be something that is, I might have in my spirit that day, something that I'm feeling, something I wanna something I might not be able to verbally express with what I'm going through at that time. So I might just want to write it down and express it that way.
right. Now that's a good answer. I don't know.
Hmm.
Let's talk about the I don't knows.
I don't know. Now,
I mean, that's hot.
like like again, like when I write, I don't like to I like to be as accurate as possible when I write without giving detail, but giving you a description of whatever I'm going through at that moment. So when I wrote that, that was exactly what I was going through at that moment. It was just you know, when people write, they always glorify the good things. So when I write, I like to give my description. So whoever's listening, they can relate to it because it's not just the fun times of a relationship. You feel me? You want
Right.
to
That's
express.
right.
But there's a lot of people that's going through a lot of things. That's not always sunshine. So you want to write about those too, so they can relate to those too. So that's what I do. I write about the good, the bad. You know, it might be sometimes where I'm out in the club and I'm balling out. I might write about that too. But like
Hey.
there you go. Like you said, that Pacific song, no, that was just a moment I was going through at the time. So I figured I'd express it that way, and maybe somebody else could latch on to that and relate to that as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing is to be able to show your vulnerabilities.
Yeah, you
You know,
got to.
every artist needs to have to, I mean, I think a true artist shows their vulnerabilities.
Right,
You know, you look at the best that have done it,
right,
and that's just that puts the listener in a very special place in your heart, and they're able to really connect to your soul.
right.
So with all that you got in, I mean, I don't know because I really love that record, and we're going to be playing that record on the show.
I appreciate
Uh,
that.
what is the next step for you? I mean, are you working on an album right now? Do you have an album out currently?
Yeah. Actually, the 25th, I just dropped the album, and I don't know is the leading single. The album is called Alpha Music. It's available on all streaming platforms, also on my
It's called what?
website,
Alpha Music.
Alpha Music. Right.
I
Um,
like it. I like it.
it's on all streaming platforms, man. It's a good album. It's a little bit of everything, but it's all of me. You feel me? So check it out. Like I said, Alpha Music, Bang It a Live Wire, my website, www.alphamusic.com. www.bangitalive, one word.com. You go to the website, you get the album and also some bonus tracks not released yet. So yeah, man. I'm getting good reviews from the album so far. So check it out for yourself. I mean,
That's great. Now, are you doing any shows to promote the album that you got that is going to be rolling out soon?
yes, actually, I just got booked for a show in New York, January 13th. I'm still waiting for the location. It's like I guess a hidden location. I don't know yet. So, as soon as I get that, I'll post that up on my social media sites as well, my IG, my Facebook. Um, my IG as well is Bang It Alive Wire, one word. My Facebook is Banger's official page, artist page. You can go in there, check out, keep up with all updates, and my website as well. Um, so far, going into 2024, I'm gonna be real active. So hopefully, y'all get the. I might, I'm gonna be in Vegas too. So
Oh, look, I was waiting on that. I was waiting on that.
yeah, I'm gonna tap in with you, and I'll see you in person, and we'll chop it up from there, man.
Absolutely. We might have some things lined up for you as well, man.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So just tap in with me, and it's a go. Be active.
Ladies and gentlemen, banging the live wire, Corona Queens. This guy is something special, man. This is something special. It's an absolute pleasure having you on the show, my brother.
Always, man, and hopefully, we tap in, in the future for future things. And I appreciate you,
Absolutely.
and thanks for the interview, man.
All right, let's shake the world, my brother.
Yes, sir. One.
All right, one.
You asking me what comes next? Did we already give our best? Do we have anything left? Has the love already left? I don't know. I don't know where the love went. I don't know. I don't know.
Shorty, I love you, but now it's like I ain't sure we a couple. I'm lost in the tussle and fight, cause I ain't sure I could trust you. Was tight, but now it seems our lives are going through struggles. All types of different dislikes, I love her be crumbled. I wanna be humble, but like right in front of me's trouble. Don't wanna see what you ignite, cause I ain't sure I can cuff you. With love, there comes a price, even a thug wouldn't hustle. What one sees in a wife seems to be right where we buckle. Bright days faded away, now the dark clouds huddle. Smiles and stays to the day, we just stormed out puzzle. So I just hope that we may make it before thou judge you. Cause you know you doing wrong, I'ma just keep it moving on. Just because I can't do this long, I'm more doubts cause you I ball out puddles, cause all routes run through. Just to prove that all along we so unsubtle. No closure, it's over, no rebuttal.
You asking me what comes next? Did we already give our best? Do we have anything left? Has the love already left? I don't know. I don't know where the love went. I don't know. I don't know where
Had to
the
pause for a second, I forfeit the blessings. Reflecting on the loss, now you gone, I respect it. Neglecting was the cause, yeah, I'm flawed and I'm reckless. No question, I had it all till my dog made an exit. I'm calling on the presence, calling for your precious. Time in my mind had me balling in the present. I'm longing for your presence, crawling at your beckon. Affection at a pause, cause the wrong I projected. You left with it all, oh my lord, we was destined. I'm staring at these walls, just in awe with no resting. Had a vision for our living, but you dipping was the testing. Was slipping, now I'm missing, this position got me stressing. Sitting so sickening, just wishing you would check in. Shifting for the next win, hitting you with texting. Sitting with myself, why is love so perplexing? It's over, no closure, you disposed of connection.
You asking me what comes next? Did we already give our best? Do we have anything left? Has the love already left? I don't know. I don't know where the love went. I don't know.
Starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion. And you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. It's Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty. Now if you having a good time in Las Vegas, at the count of 3, I wanna hear you scream, Viva Las Vegas. Ready? 1, 2, 3.